Deep in the vast and remote farmlands of Ife land lies a small farming community that is made up of less than 2,000 men, women and children. Before this land was transformed into a farming settlement, it was all thick bush and dark forests until the first settlers came here in the late 1990s. When they arrived, they built their huts, settled in, and called the place Idiaho. Optimistic about the future, they cut out huge swaths of farmlands for themselves. They planted yams, plantains, cocoa, kola nuts, and cassava. They even cultivated honey. In their hearts, the farmers believed that this could be like the biblical land flowing with milk and honey, a place where they could earn great wealth from the earth. But sadly, they were wrong. True, when it was time, their hard work paid off because the harvest was plenty. But naively, they had not considered a very important question. How would they sell the harvest? You see, they had no roads. Most of their journeys were on foot, and not even motorbikes could reach their settlements. And so hopes were dashed as the farmers realized that they could not take their produce to the farm, and no traders were willing to make the painful and perilous trip to come buy their produce directly from the farm. Some lucky farmers were able to sell their produce for next to nothing. The rest sat and watched as their crops rot before their eyes.
Ilé ayé nira fún wa láti gbé gan. Tí a bá gbé ọjà wa sílẹ̀ a lè rí tà. Kò sẹ́ni tó máa rà. Tí oúnjẹ wa bá tán àti wà nínú wàhálà. Torí kò sí ọ̀nà láti lọ sí ìlú bòmí lọ ra oúnjẹ. Gbogbo tá ń gbẹ̀ ń gbà yẹn à ń gbẹ̀ fẹ́ yẹ jẹ ni. Ẹranko máa jẹ. Àwọn náà tún máa tún dà sí gbó. Kò sí ọ̀nà rárá. Ilé ayé ni wà lára ń gbà yẹn.
For the women folk, life was even tougher.
Nígbà tá a ń bọ̀ ń bí ẹsẹ̀ la fi rìn láti Arárọ̀mí òkè odò. Bàbá bẹ̀rẹ̀ rìn láti àárọ̀ a lò wákàtí 6. Ìyẹn ni ọkùnrin ó bá lè síra dáadáa, a lè lo wákàtí 4. Ṣùgbọ́n gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn obìnrin, a máa lo wákàtí 6 lórí ìrìn ká tó débi.
Tí omi bá ti kún, a lè kọjá mọ́. Bóṣù 6 lómi bá tó fà látún tó lè gòkè odò. Làwọn ará òkè odò náà tó tún lè dọ́dọ̀ wa. Bá a bá fẹ́ ra ń jíjẹ bẹ́ a lè rà. Báwọn náà fẹ́ ra ń jíjẹ ní wọn ò lè rà. Yó dàbí pé enílégbélé.
In frustration, many of the farmers relocated to the city, while the rest lived in poverty, barely able to eke out a living from the same lands that could have made them rich.
Níjọ́ tá ń bọ̀ yẹn, àwa bíi 60 ni a kó wá ní sáìdì ìkọ́dọ̀ wa ń bí. Àwa 60 yẹn, mo fi júkà bá ti jókòó nǹkan. Àwa bíi 4. Àwọn tó kù, wọ́n làwọn ò lè ṣe, wọ́n fòkò yẹn sílẹ̀.
For many years, lack of road access has remained a key cause of rural poverty and low agricultural productivity in many parts of Nigeria. But in southwest Nigeria, the farmers in Osun State seem to have had the worst end of an already raw deal. Farm settlements like Ifegunle, Ilupejuelewa, Ajo, and Olorunda are just a few of the many farming communities in Osun State where the farmers' livelihood has been severely constrained due to their inability to convey their farm produce to the market. In order to tackle the multiple challenges of rural access, the Nigerian government, with the support of the World Bank and the French Development Agency (AFD), initiated the Rural Access and Mobility Project (RAMP) with the objective of improving transport conditions and bringing sustained access to the rural population.
RAMP is a response to supporting Nigerian government in implementing rural transport program, and the World Bank through the SCCTP supported the government to develop the rural travel and transport program. Therefore, in implementing that program, the bank, in supporting government, developed RAMP to implement the program.
In 2012, Osun State signed up to the RAMP project, and by 2013, preliminary work had commenced to identify the most affected communities in the state and bring immediate and lasting solutions to their road accessibility challenges.
The target achievement is to rehabilitate about 500 kilometers of road within the project lifetime, which is supposed to be 6 years across the state, and to install or replace river crossings across the state where the road rehabilitation cannot cover.
In the first phase of RAMP in Osun State, the project identified the most critical roads, which were grouped into 4 lots with a combined road length of 214.14 kilometers. Although many of the rural roads were in dire need of rehabilitation and upgrading, quite a few communities, like Idiaho, needed brand new road networks to be created, where there were forests and footpaths. Of course, when the officials of RAMP came to tell the farmers that new roads would be created for them, they all laughed in disbelief.
Nígbà tá a gbọ́ pé wọ́n máa ṣe ọ̀nà yìí, àwọn èèyàn lára wa gan ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ń sọ pé nígbà tí ìjọba tí ìgboro wà tí wọ́n ṣe inú igbó ìnáwó àṣẹ ẹyẹ tanra yín kò possible nínú ibi wọ́n fi sọ́dẹ̀ lóde. Ọjọ́ yẹn jẹ́ Sunday, ọjọ́ tá a dédé gbọ́ gbúrúrú níjọ́ ọ̀sán yẹn tí ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sẹ́, we are very very happy ní wàá dùn gan.
Apart from carving out new roads and rehabilitating existing ones, Phase 1 of the Osun RAMP project also saw to the rehabilitation and creation of several river crossings. In the past, many communities that could only access the mainland or even neighboring communities via rivers would find themselves cut off during the rains.
The major importance of this particular bridge is that it connects the major community, which is Ilase Ijesa to Osogbo and some other villages, and it will help the rural dwellers bring out their farm produce to the urban center, which is Osogbo.
Oyiaduni is a 100-year-old community in Osun State that is constantly confronted with the dual challenges of barely motorable roads and a river that is impassable during the rains. Bale Bakari Aduni, the village head, shares the impact this has had on his community.
A ti wà nínú ìyà fún many years, fún ọjọ́ pípẹ́. Ìṣòro tá a wá ní pé tá a bá fẹ́ kó ọjà wa lọ, tá a bá kẹ̀kẹ́ oko wa, a forí rùn ní millimeters ní kó tó dé ká tó rù débi tí a ti tà. Even nǹkan tá a bá tó bá rẹ̀yàn emergency, a pọn ẹni yẹn bí millimeters ní kó tó di pé a lọ já títì ká tó gbé dé hospital, ká tó gbé lòmíì dé hospital yóò ti ṣe kíni.
Bí ipá ká máa ru gàrí bọ̀ kárí sómi àtàwọn àti gàrí so gbogbo ẹ̀ alusa waste ni. Torí gbà míì tá bá kó sínú ẹ̀ omi amúwádé bí ìgbáyà báyìí. So gbogbo tó bá ti lè ṣe mistake àti bó ṣe kókò ni o, bó ṣe iṣu ni o, bó ṣọ̀gẹ̀ ẹni tarí àtòdù gbogbo odò orí gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ ni. Àwọn àmọ́ jìgà odù pé kódò mọ́ gbé àwa gan lọ.
To alleviate the suffering of the Oyiaduni people, RAMP is currently constructing a bridge that will serve not just Oyiaduni community, but close to 200 other communities in the surrounding areas. After decades of poverty, induced by lack of road access, the rural communities of Osun State are experiencing a new lease of life, and they cannot contain their joy and gratitude. Everyone has something to say.
Ìyípadà tó ti pọ̀ láti rí over 200 villages láti rí ìyípadà tó yẹ pé a ti wà nínú òkùnkùn tẹ́lẹ̀ tọ́lọ́run sì wá gbé aṣẹ́ náà mọ́lẹ̀. Nítorí pé tẹ́lẹ̀ èmi gan fúnra mo ní ọsàn tó tó bíi 10,000 ìdí báyìí, igi ìdí báyìí tó jẹ́ pé mo ń tà 20,000, 10,000 ìdí igi báyìí. Mo ń tà 20 naira tẹ́lẹ̀, ó ti ń di nǹkan 50 naira. Àwa náà ti ń di ẹni tí ń lówó lọ́wọ́ táwa náà fi lè máa gbé nǹkan ṣe.
Ṣé rí tẹ́lẹ̀ mọ́sínì la máa fi kó gẹ̀dẹ̀, mọ́sínì ọ̀rẹ́ wo ni iye mo bẹ́ẹ̀ náà fẹ́ bá mi kó ìbáyìí. Ṣé rí mọ́sínì máa bá mi di ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ yẹn náà di gbé la máa ṣe gbé lọ bí mẹ́lì mẹ́rùn kẹ́ ti ń bọ̀ ni. Bí mẹ́lì mẹ́rùn yẹn sí bẹ́yìn ẹ̀rì kan tó fi orí rù ni mọ́sínì àbá mi di. Ìdajì owó ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ gan mo ti fi mú kọ́lá kádà tán. Dọ́sìnì kan ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ kan bá gbẹ́ngbẹ́ 3,000 náà máa bá mi di dọ́sìnì débi mo ti máa ta. Mo ti máa ta 3,500. Ṣùgbọ́n ní ìsìn kí n bá ti kó débẹ̀ yẹn báyìí 7,000 máa tà nísìnyí bá àpò méjì ọmọ yìí máa mú kó ọlọ́kadà 500 péré máa mú kó báyìí nígbà ọ̀nà ti dé.
Idiaho, that used to be a ghost town, is now a hub of activities. Businesses are springing up, and most importantly, the farmers are making profit, good profit. And the story is the same in thousands of communities all across the state of Osun, where the project has intervened.
Ojú ọ̀run lọ̀lẹ́yà o, ẹlẹ́gbẹ́mọdé, ojú ọ̀run lọ̀lẹ́yà. Níbẹ̀ àrè Ìbàdàn, káàtì dí àwọn délé. Ojú ọ̀run lọ̀lẹ́yà o, ọlọ́ni sí àlọ́lẹ̀. Ẹ̀rí pọ́ dédé dùn báyìí, níbi à ń fẹsẹ̀ rìn látàrárọ̀, a máa dùn, a máa jẹ, a máa dùn, a máa gbẹ̀, ojú towó. Ọlọ́run tó lámọ́jọ́ òní ó sojú ẹ̀mí rí á.
The improvement of this road has brought about life into the market. As you can see, both left and right of the market, there is life. People are coming from all walks of life. Their economic livelihood has gone beyond what it was before.
Ọjà wa gan àti ń gbé lọ s'Óṣogbo tó ṣe pé ń tà ní 1,000 ń ti ń di bíi 5,000 tá ń tà. Ó mú wípé ní tó bá ṣe wípé ní ó bá rẹ̀yàn gan kíákíá wọ́n ti mú a lọ sí ilé ìwòsàn tó ṣe wípé ní àlàáfíà sì ti ń dé bá wa lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀.
Láti lọ sí ilé ó dẹ̀ wá lọ́rùn, láti wá síbí ó dẹ̀ wá lọ́rùn. Àwọn ọmọ wa tó wà ní tí wọ́n rí bí lọ sí skul tẹ́lẹ̀ rí, à ń ráàyè lọ́wọ́ wọn, a lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ̀ nígbàkúgbà níbi tí wọ́n wà níbi tí skul wà.
Ramp Osun has really even complemented the effort of the state government in terms of the urban route development, because knowing fully well some of these rural routes have direct linkages to some of our urban routes. So now that an improvement has been put on some of these rural routes, it gives easy access to the urban routes. So there are easy connectivity within the state of Osun.
In the past, the intermediary buyer who can manage their way into the farm are able to buy at bottom level prices from the farmers. So once the farmers could not carry it to the market, they will sell at any price. But with the intervention with the road, they are able to take their product direct to the market. So they are able to sell at economic price, which made their income to be increased. Not only that, the lands around the corridor of the road, they became more priced up. Those that we were selling for 40,000 per acre before, hardly can you get it for 500,000 per acre now.
A total of 214.14 kilometers of road were either rehabilitated or constructed under the Osun Ramp project. But even as the people celebrate this new lease of life, Osun Ramp is already looking ahead to phase 2 of the project, which will see many more communities benefiting from the Rural Access and Mobility Project.